Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Chris from my channel, Chris P44S. And before I start this video, I just want to reach out to you guys because I noticed my retention time is low on a lot of my videos. So I wanted to ask you guys up front. I need help getting subscribers. I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers by February 20th so I don't lose my YouTube partnership. And so I'm just going to ask you guys if you can subscribe to my channel. You don't have to if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. On with the video. So this video today is about not wasting your time in Monster Hunter World. Today, while I was playing the game and trying to think of ideas for an original video, I was grinding for some armor. So I was joining multiplayer investigations and I was joining other people's quests to grind through to get the resources that I need to make the set of armor that I wanted. In one of the sessions that I joined, something happened to my internet or something happened to somebody's internet, and I went from being in a multiplayer session to being in a solo session. For whatever reason, I continued to play. And so it actually took me like a half an hour to complete the quest, and I realized I just wasted half an hour when I could get into the multiplayer sessions and do it in 10 minutes or 12 minutes, like with a full party. So that's like what my video is about. Like I realized like I wasted a lot of time like while I've been playing, and I feel like other people may have wasted a lot of time. So I just kind of wanted to talk about some things that you can do to not waste your time. So the first thing I want to talk about was gathering resources like ores or collecting bone or herbs or anything. Like while you're just running through the map trying to hunt your monster or capture your monster or just to complete the quest, you might as well just grab everything you can along the way. That's not going to slow you down too much. Like I know sometimes when you go to pick mushrooms or collect bones, it like slows you down, but collecting bones and collecting ore is like a big thing, and they're going to be the resources you need to upgrade your weapons and armor. So it's a really good idea to just grab them when you see them and just keep going. And by being lazy, you might come to a point later in the game where you need some of these resources and then you don't have them readily available, and then you're going to have to waste time and go back and find them. Another thing I wanted to say in that same realm, if you guys don't notice, is that when you harvesting mushrooms, plants, or ore or bone, those colonies will actually regenerate. So like if you can find a route to run on the map to collect ore or bone, you can just come back and hit the same spots in the same expedition a bunch of times over. But I really don't think you need to do that if you stop every time you see one of those colonies and grab what you need. So the next thing I want to talk about is using the canteen or eating before you go into a fight or go start your quest. You know what happens to me a lot is like I run out of stamina all the time. And so using the canteen and using like your barbecue splits, they're going to really help you out so that like you don't have to eat a raw piece of steak in the middle of a fight, or when one of the monsters runs away, like you have to stop to eat like a piece of raw steak to get your stamina back up, or eat one of your rations. So like it's really helpful and it's really useful to use the canteen or to use your barbecue split when you enter a quest or enter an investigation or enter your session. And that's something I forgot to do, and it's something that I ignore all the time. But it's something that's really useful, and if you're trying to eat raw meat like during your fight, or if you're trying to heal up all the time, like you can get healing buffs and stamina buffs from eating. By eating the meat, you know, you're preventing that time loss, or at least contributing to the prevention of that time loss. The next thing I want to talk about is super simple, and like I forget to do it all the time. It's follow those glow bugs. Like when you're hunting a monster, when you get into the quest or when you join a session, like just follow the bugs. Like if the monster hasn't been found yet, like you can just follow those bugs, and it's something I ignore all the time. And if you're noticing a pattern in this video, that's because there is one, and you're basically just being complacent. For me, I'm going to say that about me anyway. Like I'm just being lazy sometimes, like by not eating the meat or by not stopping and collecting these resources. I'm just being lazy, and I'm trying to burn through the game as fast as I can. But what's really happening is I feel like later in the game is I'm just going to slow myself down. My last tip or piece of advice for not wasting your time is leave your quest open. Like, so when you post a quest, leave it open and let people join you, because people will come in and help you, and it's going to make the quest go a lot faster. And, you know, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, you're going to spend less time completing your quest, and you're going to be able to go on to the next quest faster or get to the next thing you want to do faster. And so along with that, I just want to talk a little bit about like when you are trying to like get the resources to build that better armor, or you're just trying to level up, or you're just trying to do whatever. Mostly like to get the resources you need to get better gear, you have to kill monsters. And the fastest way to do that is to use the quest board. And, you know, if you can't just find one, use the SOS flare option, and it'll give you a lot more options on games to join and options on finding the monster that you want to kill, that you want to gather resources from. I mean, that's pretty much all the advice I have. And I just realized since the game came out on Friday, I've probably wasted more time trying to play by myself. And the biggest takeaway from this whole video is this game was made for multiplayer. Like, it was made for the co-op experience. When you fight monsters, you're supposed to have that versatility in weaponry and play style to take monsters down. I was joining games, multiplayer games, it was taking me 10 minutes to kill the monsters, and when I'm doing it by myself and chasing them down all the time and dealing, you know, not as much damage, like flat out, you don't deal as much damage to a monster with one person compared to 4 people. That's just it. The game was made for multiplayer, it's made for co-op, so use that and get yourself further faster. That's the takeaway from this video is like I said, like 10 times probably already, is like, don't waste your time, because in the same amount of time you can be a lot farther if you use the co-op, and if you pay attention to the resources that are around you and you use the tools that Monster Hunter gives you, and you'll get further faster, and you'll be like a class S Monster Hunter or whatever the best rank is. That's going to be it for my video today, guys. I really hope you like it. That's going to be it, guys. So thank you. I hope this video helped you out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.